Alrighty guys, so springtime is here and I finally decided to take the snow blowers off. As you can see, I already got 83 moved out of the tent garage here. I never actually blew any snow with this tractor. I figured the next snowstorm I would, just to run it for a while, but never did. She's a good spare, that's why I keep her around. I'm gonna have to pull the 424 out from behind the 817, and to get that out, you guys can't really, you guys can just see the blade on the 817 there. And get the 817 out, the 430 has to come out. That means the 812 has to come out. Yeah, I reorganized that shed and thought it was better. It's not quite better yet. I gotta work on that. But that's another discussion. And I'm probably gonna start on this really after lunch. It's about 11 o'clock now. Just nice and warm. It was cold yesterday. Just put the trickle charger on the 67 430. So the battery will be good and charged up when I go to try and start it. Should look now, see if it's got gas in it. Negative on gas. Still damp in there, so. Then we got mower decks. I got the 818's deck, which I don't know if I'll put on today or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. The 16G's deck, which I never put the deck on it last year, and I already sold the other 16G I had, guys, so that's gone. 83's deck, and the deck that normally goes on the 817. I haven't decided if I'll keep the 817 a front mount tractor, or maybe I'll make another 400 40-inch deck on the front. I don't know. That there is a good deck, so that may go. And that could go in a walk behind or something too, it don't matter. Got so many decks and stuff, I could try different combinations and just see how stuff works. That last 40-inch deck I got, which I didn't make a separate video about it, it's going to be in the randomness video, which will come out this Friday. It needs belts so the idler pulleys don't hit the deck. But I got my little air compressor back here filling up so I can air the tires up on the 424 back there, and I figured I might as well show you guys this. And the blade's off to 5200, and you guys will see why in that randomness video. But wheel weight with no concrete in it. I figured I would save the wheel weights off that 16G. This one here has weight in it. Excuse my steel toe attire. Just coming out to open up the shop here and let some heat in and get stuff moved around. So anyhow, guess get going on that. I did end up ordering a spindle shaft and pulley off of eBay for the 112G with the messed up spindle. And I had everything out of here the other day except for the 424. 817 I've worked. I had all these out, parts and pieces was out, which I don't think I took a video or even pictures of. I should have, but and I put that 430 back in there. I don't know. Maybe I'll pull this 430 out. No, I had rebuilt that deck over there, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to make my mind up on some stuff. Because this 424 here would be a better tractor to have a 40-inch on. A 50-inch I think would be too much. So I could take a 40-inch off of either one of the 12Gs or that 67 430 and put a 50-inch under there. Yeah, just kind of the old gotta make your mind up sort of deal. So anyhow, rambling on, because I have more decks off of tractors than I have space. Because see, that's the deck that was on the 430, and that other 40-inch commercial deck is the one that's off of the 424 with the blower. 5665 is down here. Power broom, the 71C, and the other Pro 12 is down here, and the two multi-mode mowers and the power broom. I wanted to mount this up on a rider, but the rider bracket won't, the holes won't line up. I think I did do a video about that. If not, you know about it now. So anyhow, precursor into just taking snow equipment off. There's a whole lot more that goes into it than what you realize whenever you switch a multitude of tractors. I think for today I will leave the snow blades alone. There's only 2 I take off. Well, no, one comes off the 432, but I don't need to do that right now. They tend to be my main mowing tractors, like my 818. I don't mow a lot with that 430 I rebuilt them. Anyhow, I got too long of an intro going into this, and you guys will see a video on this 408 at some point. Needs blades yet. Deck's off. Should look familiar. Okay, step 1 of the equation. I have petroleum in the tank here. Battery charger has been on for roughly about 2 hours, and lunch was pretty good if anybody was curious. So check the oil. It has oil. It's way... doesn't smell like gas. It's got oil in it. That's the main thing. Transmission oil is also good. Come on, work with me. There you go. Not as steady-handed as I used to be. So, I guess with that, choke works on. Key is on. We're in neutral. I'm pretty sure the PTO is disengaged here. Does this still have a drive shaft on it? It does. Yep, it's disengaged. Okay. No way. No way. I haven't started this thing in months and it fires up that easy. Alright, I'm not complaining. I got to unhook the battery charger here. That's what rattles. Alright. Take the ground off first. Put this somewhere out of the road, which when I'm doing this, it's a lot harder than you think. It takes a lot of space to move 3 or 4 tractors around, so I guess we'll park it over here. Good enough place for you guys? Good enough place for me? Alright. Next step, we'll move stuff around in here and get the Yanmar out and pull these decks out, and then start moving tractors around. Alright, let's try the 8812G. See what it does. I may have got this fixed finally. Alright, it's gotta go somewhere out of the road. That should be easy. We'll just go back and to the left here. You guys don't really need to see that, I don't think. Got that parked. I'm also thinking about, I need to get a new group photo for the group I have on Facebook, which is Gravely Tractor, which was gifted to me years ago. It'd be nice to get all the series of all the tractors lined up, you know. An L, it'd be awesome to have a Model D, don't have one. Commercial series of C, 500, 5000, Pro, and on the riders of 400, 800, 8000, and a G. And that would make a pretty decent cover photo, I guess is the right word. So anyhow, start up the commercial 10. Can't remember, is this one I think this one's a 72? 74? I don't remember. This is a really good running tractor. Pretty much check the Yanmar over. The only thing it ever does, you got to make sure this cover is still on the air filter here. It's still on there. pipes on there. We'll check the antifreeze. Good. I kind of do that in the spring and the fall to check to make sure it looks alright. And we'll pull the dipstick out. Oil is on there. Looks black like normal. I changed the oil in this spring of last year, and I think I put 68 or 34 hours or something on it. I don't know. Didn't put a whole lot. Okay. So we'll crank it over with no glow plugs, and that's a no glow plug start. Even though the glow plugs come on while you're cranking, but if you preheat it, it'll start a lot quicker, but it's always a good idea to keep the oil flowing. Alright, so we'll just kind of idle our way out of here. I'm still in high range. Let's go to low side. Make sure the outriggers don't hit anything important. We're good so far. Gonna hit something. It's probably gonna be snowblower chute. Appear to be good. Missed the door. Alright. Take the Yanmar over here and start fishing decks out. Then I can start putting snowblowers back in, and I'll have to go get the 424 out to do that. So, then you get a ratchet strap, and here we go. So for any curious folks, I just use a ratchet strap hooked in the hole in the back of the bucket, and pick the decks up. That is so much easier. I mean, you can manhandle them, don't get me wrong, but you get to be my age, and your back already bothers you. If you got a high lift, use the high lift. Trust me. Come on, work with me, deck. You do kind of got to watch, they'll kind of swing wildly and try to kill you, and you know. This deck here I know won't go on for a while. So we'll sit it right here. I'm hooked. And go back in for another. Sometimes you get real lucky, you can hook and unhook them. Which now that the strap is finally flung around in another direction, you might be able to. Let's see if we can do it on camera. I'm getting awful close to the shelf now. These are nowhere near as easy to hook. Yeah, I'll just get off and hook it up. It's not worth it. Not worth it. So we'll go right about like so. The next one will be the tricky one, since it's actually underneath the shelf. Kind of watch, make sure it's not hooked on anything important. So I like to curl it the whole way back and then sit it down. You have to kind of watch these off-camber situations, is where you can tear stuff up. So front mount stuff will lay over here. Each snowblower tractor will drive in, and I will take the blower off that way. No, spin. Spinning the wrong way, are you? And now. That's how it's done. Okay, bring you guys back when I get to the tractors. Then there's always the, I forgot I had that boat. So, yeah. I mean, I knew I had this deck off the 76 408, but kind of forgot it was back there. You know what I'm talking about. So some extra things that you guys never get to see. In between here is to rake all the leaves out. I could go get that electric leaf blower. In fact, I'm using the rake backwards. Dirt off of something there. So anyhow, I think you guys get what I'm up to here. Just clean all the crap out, so I can put more crap back in over top of it. My initial thought with this little shed, whenever I first got it, was this would just be an attachment shed. But I think if you guys have seen over the years, there's always been 2 tractors over here as well. So if I put 2 regular tractors in here, I could probably get a lot of my attachments and mower decks in, but you know, I'm hoping to downsize some. Alright, that's my initial goal, downsize some, buy a piece of property, build a nice pole barn on so they can all go under one fairly solid roof, not a tank garage. And yeah, so anyhow, let me finish raking all this stuff out, and I guess we'll go air up the tires on the 424, get it started, and we'll go from there. Alright, this might be simpler than I think. Because see, I can get the 817 out. I didn't put the 817 back in the whole way. Ah. Okay, I had this running a couple days ago. Steer to the side. Okay, now I know the 424 will start as long as there's gas in it and the battery's good, but it has 2 flat tires on the right hand side. Plus side, they're the easy ones to get to. Bad side, they're flat. And I see the gearbox is leaking on this snowblower too, although I did fill this up with oil for the first time, and who knows how long this hasn't had oil, or hasn't had a full amount of oil in it. So, alright, let me try pumping up these tires and see how that goes. I may have to plug the compressor in down here and wait a minute. A small compressor. Alright, tires are reared up. Does he have a petroleum? We do. We have petrol in the petrol tank. This actually became one of my new my favorite tractors to blow snow with. Don't ask me why, but I was enjoying it. I don't know. I think most guys will tell you run a 4 and 800. 400s are more enjoyable. As well. This tractor does smoke when it's warm outside, I noticed, but like when it was cold in the winter, it didn't smoke at all. So, see what she does. She's out of gear. PTO is disengaged. Like a clock. See if we can walk her out without killing herself. Both brakes are off. She is in low. I'll just walk this the whole way up to the shed, and I guess I can show you guys taking the springs off here, but not really any reason to do that. So the thing I'm going to say about taking these snowblower springs on and off, especially with a manual lift tractor, make sure it's the last time you want to lift and lower this blower, because it makes it so much harder to get the lift up and get it locked. So I think I'm done. I think I've made enough room in there for the blower to go in, so I'll just take her foot and kick this around. There's not a lot of tension on these because the blower is up the whole way. Where you run into trouble is like on my 16G where it just barely picks up. But I don't think it has any springs on it. I don't think. I don't remember. I don't think they do. There's a little bit on that one. Okay. Now just drive it in, sit it down, and take the pins out in the front, and then you can back away from it. And then you can deal with all the drive shafts separately. The only thing I'll have to do to this tractor is switch the front lift rod. And I guess you guys can't see it. Hey, you guys can see the bright red there. To switch it for the shorter one, that'll work with the 40-inch deck for it sitting right down there. So, let me get this off and I'll come back. So I actually keep this little tiny hammer over here just for this kind of stuff. Okay, now we're good to back away. Pretty much everything else I'll deal with on the back side when I go to put it back together. I'll make sure this isn't going to hit anything. And pretty much I'll repeat this process until out of snow blowers to take off, which I only got 2 more. Unsure if I'll put a deck back on the 16G or not, but I'm at least going to take the snowblower off so I have more room. That's the main thing. Gotta make stuff smaller in the summertime and get some more room. So, anyhow, let me get the snowblower flipped up and I'll get the other one in here. Get the other one in here. I think I try and talk too fast. Yeah, you'll have that. Okay, here's another snowblower stacking trick 101. A brick or a chunk of 2x4 will work perfectly to keep the snowblower from rolling back. Oh, so close. Not foolproof, but doesn't help. I don't have the snowblower rolled forward the whole way either, so now let's, there we go. Now I can take the lift rod off. Hopefully I can do this one hand. Come on. Come on, little devil. There's that. Now I can repeat. Only 2 more to go. Yay! Stick this pin back in and then it'll go up there. I'll trade them. Well, I guess, no, I have the other snowblower ones over here. I'll put it over here on the edge. Well, plan A anyhow. There's some 2x4s I was looking for. Figured some of you ladies and gentlemen might like my little setup I got going on here for the group photo, hopefully. Hopefully it works out alright. But on the left here, got my 1952 Navy L, 1975 CI. I believe that's a 1970, it's either 74 or 72 commercial 10A. And then that's a 75 524. The 5665 is either an 83 or an 84. I could even be wrong, could be an 85. Pro 8 is a 99. The 12G is an 88. 8163B is an 83. 817 is a 77. And this is a 67 430 and a 67 424 here. So should be a pretty good variety. The only thing I didn't put in here was a 408. Hindsight's always 20/20. I could go get one and just stick it in there for another picture, but we'll go with it. It'll be fine. So I guess last clip, hopefully y'all have everything put away, and I've used one camera battery up today. Yay! Alright, I'm going to put the camera on charge and get stuff put away. I have stuff out of every building. That building. I even got 5665 out of over there. Pro 8's out of there. 12G's out of here. 83's out of there. Navy L's out of the shop. 524 and the 75 CI out over there. Yeah. Before it starts raining or something. Or lightning strikes. And just like that, everything's all put away. Well, you know, except for the 3 mower decks. Guess I could put one on the 817. Might not be a bad idea. It might work out right now. I don't know. I don't know if I get that in there with a 50-inch deck. Or later. Later, guys. Alrighty, guys, and I got everything put back in the shed. All my snow blowers are stood up here. At least to the point they will work. It's actually the next day. I kind of forgot to do this segment. And figured I would do it today, so. Yeah, all my stuff in here. 83's in here. Probably put the float charger. I don't know if I want to put it back on 83 or not. It's warm enough out, I don't think I'll worry about it. But alright, guys, that's going to be it for snowblower. Oh, snowblower take off, mower put on, at least for right now. If somebody really wants to see an in-depth video of all that, I can do that. So, anyhow, guys, catch you on the next one. Later. Cold out today. High's only in the 40s. Yesterday it was in the 60s. Alright.